The Prime Minister has stepped up her attack on the opposition and what she calls its economic Hansonism. Julia Gillard defined the term as simplistic slogans that sound good but ultimately mean bad news. But the coalition fired back, ridiculing the Prime Minister's attack and accusing the government of losing its way. Chief Political Correspondent Mark Simpkin reports from Canberra.
Julia Gillard put her best foot forward.
You've got tiny feet. I do have small feet, yes, I do.
Walking to work from the lodge. While the Prime Minister's blood was pumping, the coalition's was boiling.
When will the Prime Minister stop complaining and start governing by introducing policies that will fix this mess?
Now is not the time to lead the Liberal Party into economic Hansonism. Now is not the time to conclude that the way forward for the Liberal Party is to conduct itself as a demolition derby on the reform
Deputy Leader
road.
of the Opposition.
Economic Hansonism? Please explain.
Economic Hansonism, in my view, is using simplistic slogans which sound superficially good but ultimately mean bad news for our economy.
Julia Gillard started the coordinated assault last night, singling out the coalition's complaints about the high Australian dollar and calls for clamps on interest rates.
It's a government with no gravitas. It was like being slapped around the head with a terry-toweling hat. It was ridiculous.
The Prime Minister's shrill and aggressive speech last night was symptomatic of a government which has lost its way.
Pauline Hanson worried about Australia being swamped by Asians, and some current MPs worry about the stock exchange being swamped by Singapore. Faced with complaints about the proposed merger, Tony Abbott told his party room the coalition supports foreign investment, but he did acknowledge there are legitimate concerns. The opposition wants to be reassured the deal's in the national interest. Others are already threatening to scuttle it.
If you sell the ASX, I'm just wondering, when we put the High Court of Australia up for sale.
This is a state that tramples all over freedom of speech, democracy.
The government always has and always will take these decisions in Australia's national interest.
Deal or no deal? It's an $8 billion question. Mark Simpkin, ABC News, Canberra.